DOGE is going to blow up the entire system, and I am here for it.
We also need to ask Liz Miller what she thinks about all this. The newly minted Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, expected to lob a shattering blow at federal bureaucracy and redundancies. Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy both tapped as co-leaders. Listen to this.
Over $500 billion that's spent every year right now was not even authorized by Congress in the first place. They can't even tell you where it goes. We've talked a big game for 40 years about cutting the federal government, about reducing the scope of the federal government. Politicians haven't been able to do it. And so Elon and I, we're not politicians. We're businessmen. We're coming at it from the outside.
Mr. Wonderful. Kevin O'Leary is the chairman of O'Leary Ventures, and he joins us now. So, Kevin, back in 2010, the Simpson-Bowles Commission proved that it's not hard to find waste, fraud, and abuse in places to cut spending. What's hard is getting Congress to go through with it.
Well, this is Donald Trump's America now, and trust me, they're going to be able to clean house, because having Elon backing Trump, I remember, was this 2 years ago, I think? It was like 2 years ago. And if you remember, I live in the state of Florida. I was a huge fan of Ron DeSantis. And to be fair, I'm still a fan of him as a governor. I'm not a fan of him going beyond that, because he's already proven to be a complete idiot when it comes to stepping beyond that. He's a big fish in a small pond right now in Florida, and he does a great job. But yeah, you put him nationally, and he was a complete idiot. So I'd said the dream team was always Trump and DeSantis. Trump as president, DeSantis as VP. Well, that clearly didn't work out. But now we have Trump and Vance, which is the dream team. But you add Elon Musk to the equation, and you're not just adding Elon Musk as a guy that's just like, yeah, I'm going to support Trump. No. He's all in. He's dark MAGA. And having that guy backing you up, there's no amount of value to put on how important that is.
Is that going to be any different this time around?
Yes, it will be different. What Bowles didn't have at that time was the megaphone Elon Musk has. You got to remember, politicians have to raise money. These days, they do it using social media. Now, what Elon has, that people keep forgetting, because they say, well, he doesn't have a legislative mandate here. And I say, oh, he's got better than that. He's got X. So what happens is you're in some state somewhere, and you own a project to nothing, and you're spending $2 billion. He just will shame you out. He'll start naming to all of your voters exactly what you've done wrong, and what you're not doing to fix it. And I love the concept of just squeezing heads to stop waste, because all he has to do is turn on the machine. Now, it's going to be very contentious. I've said this multiple times about this mandate. The power he has is not to be underestimated, because if you can get to the voter of that governor or that senator that's wasting money in his eyes, and he can make a good case on X, you're going to cause a lot of damage in that constituency. And I love this idea, because it's a negotiation. That's what it is. If you don't fix this, I'm going to call you out.
Yes.
Yeah, the $44 billion.
They work for the people. Of course they should be called out. Of course they should be called out and shamed over their bullshit. 1000%. And anybody that says politicians shouldn't be called out publicly, you should never listen to anybody that says a politician should not be called out publicly. They work for the people. They absolutely should be called out all day, every day, and twice on Sunday. Call them out and shame them.
What he spent on X might seem like a bargain in the long run if he gets to leverage it like that. Here's a breakdown of federal spending, just so that folks at home know where their tax dollars are going. Healthcare, 25%, Social Security, 20 to 25%, defense, 13 to 15%, safety net programs, 10%. Interest on the national debt, 8 to 10%. The way it breaks down is 61% of spending is mandatory, 13% is on debt service, 26% is discretionary, which really will be the target of DOGE. And that is a small piece of the pie to try to wring $2 trillion out of, Kevin.
I don't know. I think healthcare could be another place of savings. We haven't really used any technology there yet. We haven't really digitized medical records. We really haven't brought a mandate of AI into that. I think we could save a lot of money. The U.S. has one of the worst IRR returns on healthcare spending. When you can compare it to some of the European countries like Switzerland or England or France, they do a much better job. But they share the records on a much more ubiquitous basis that we do. we're always concerned about, privacy, but I think we could fix that too. But I like looking at everything. I don't see any reason why these two can't just release the hounds and go nuts. Everybody's interested to find out what they're going to see.
Yes.
And I'd like to hear it myself, because maybe it's a means test on Social Security. We have to fix this because the deficit's getting a little big right now, and the bond market's starting to get a little uneasy in the 10-year. I worry about that.
Yeah, I mean, there's no question that Social Security is something that might need to be looked at. But Simpson Bowles said, let's look at that. And Republicans in Congress said, nope, not going to touch that. So Elon Musk is having no end of fun with all of this. America, his PAC, produced this tweet saying, quote, the Pentagon just failed its 7th audit in a row. The nation's largest government agency is unable to fully account for its budget of over $824 billion. They don't even know where billions of taxpayers' money is going. Efficiency is coming, to which Musk retweeted with a comment, sounds like a job for DOGE.
Do you understand how many enemies they are making right now? People, all of these talking heads on the mainstream side, all of these people in government that are saying all of these horrible things. Of course, they're saying all of these horrible things. They're about to lose their job. It's just like with Twitter. And I'll repeat what I've said in previous streams. How many times have we talked about this? Oh, man, Disney, all of these companies, man, they need somebody like Elon Musk to go in and just Twitter their company. That's the only way that they're going to be able to be saved. Something like Disney, Star Wars, Marvel. We need Elon Musk to go in there and do that. When we were saying those things, we always were like, yeah, it's a hypothetical because Elon's not going to buy Disney. He's not going to buy these companies because he did buy Twitter, and that's awesome. He's going to do it to the government now. Are you kidding me? So you remember those reports about Twitter with all of these people that weren't doing anything. They were getting paid all of this money. And he goes in there and fires 90% of these freaks. And Twitter ends up working better than it did before, cutting 90% of the employees. That's what he's about to do to the government with Vivek, with Trump backing them. Are you kidding me right now? Is this real life? It is real life. It is happening. And it's why Elon Musk's involvement in all of this is it's the secret sauce. I truly, truly believe that if Elon doesn't buy Twitter and he doesn't get involved with the Trump campaign, I truly believe Trump doesn't win this election. I firmly believe that. And that's not because of anything that it's not an indictment of Trump. That's just to say that there was so much working against him. But he needed that one guy, the one guy on the planet that actually has equal, if not slightly more pull than Trump. And that guy jumped in and got involved and saved America, saved Trump's election, and now is going to be involved in the Department of Government Efficiency. This is crazy.
I mean, he really looks like he's looking forward to getting into the numbers here.
I rest my case, Your Honor. Here he goes. He's just going to keep on these guys, hitting him every day to 1 billion people that are willing to listen, and the head squeezing begins. I love head squeezing. This is fantastic. They're going to think he's going to go away. No, he won't. He'll just keep going and going and going and going, and no one's going to stop him. He owns the network. We've never had anything quite like this, and I absolutely love it. This is terrific.
Yes.
All right. Well, we'll see if they can wring that money out of the federal.
Listen, I watched Shark Tank for a long time, and I never disliked Mr. Wonderful. I never disliked Kevin O'Leary. I always did enjoy listening to Mark Cuban on there when he would, pop in with his take. But here we are all these years later. Who would have thought Kevin O'Leary, easily the most likable and competent person from Shark Tank? And it's not even close. Kevin O'Leary is, he's a real one, Monica. I agree. So Department of Government Efficiency is going to be something special. It's going to be something special.